Well, good morning everyone. I'm Kay here on my homestead. Welcome back to my kitchen. We are pressure canning. My friend Theresa is here from Idaho teaching me how to pressure can, not to have any fear, no fear.
No fear.
And so this is the third in the series. The first video we unboxed the All-American and the Presto and compared those, so be sure and go back and watch that. We covered all the equipment you're going to need for pressure canning. Something everybody really needs to know now.
Oh, absolutely.
And
if you don't know what you need, you're lost.
Plus, we need the food on our shelves.
Correct. We do.
Yeah,
You need
so
to be prepped.
The second video, we did the raw packed chicken, which is also known as ugly chicken because it kind of looks a little bit funky in the jar, but it tastes delicious.
So good.
We one didn't seal, and we made chicken salad, and it was great. So all of the vegetables and bones that we're using today came from those first 6 chickens, and we are going to be making chicken stock and pressure canning it. So in the video today, you will see us straining and preparing the chicken stock that we've been making in the slow cooker for a day and a half. Now I have a small slow cooker. If I had a big one like Mary at Mary's Nest, she's got one like, we would have had everything in there and had one batch. But we wanted to be able to fill up the Presto pressure canner, so we are also going to make another batch in the Instant Pot. She gave me my Instant Pot in 2019 and I've never used it. And she's going to be teaching me that as well. So you're going to get to learn as well if you don't have one. But you can pressure can, not pressure can, but you can make the stock.
Yes.
Right?
You can make the stock. It's the same way. It's just because it's under pressure, it processes a lot faster than the slow cooker.
And so you only do 45, you prepare all the vegetables, and I have half of the bones reserved, and it goes in for 45 minutes, and it's as good as if it cooked on the slow cooker for a day and a half.
Well, we'll sure know.
We'll find out. So don't go anywhere. Well, we're back, and I have prepared the vegetables for the chicken stock that's going in the Instant Pot. Now, if you're like me, and you're one of the very, very few people in this country anyway that has not used an Instant Pot, this is what you're going to find when you open your box. When you open it, pull it out of your box, it's going to have what? It's going to have the cord inside.
Yeah, it has a cord and a little rack for when you're doing steaming.
Ah, right. Okay, so you can just use it as a steamer.
And it will have a pot, which you must put in to cook in. I mean, you definitely want to make sure you cook in that.
Never put your stuff
No,
there.
this, and I'm going to tilt it a little bit because it has
Heating element.
the heating element there. It has on the back side, it has an overflow for any steam and things that might overflow of moisture.
So it's best to use it, and we will be using it on the countertop. I just wanted you to see this. And there are markings, very clear markings in here about the maximum level that you can fill it. So the recipe that she just checked is really for 1 chicken, and we are going to have to just use part of what we have for the first batch. And we're going to put this back in here, and we're going to move over to the countertop, fill it up, and Theresa is going to tell you how it works, or how to make it work.
How to get it up to pressure.
Okay.
Okay, we have prepared our vegetables and we have our pre-cooked chicken all ready to go, and we're going to dump it in our Instant Pot. Now this is a pressure cooker, not a pressure canner. Just want to be very, very clear on that. And so we're going to add our chicken. Just dump all that good chicken in there. And we've got our vegetables. We might have a little bit much, but we'll be able to figure that out. No, it looks perfect. And then we're going to add our filtered water into here.
Here we go.
Thank you, Miss Kay. And we're going to fill our water in our pot.
Can you even see the line?
I'm pretty much
You
the
kinda
line's
know
right
where-
here. Look at there. That's it. So we could easily get the 2
Oh,
more
yeah.
cups in there like we thought. Let's add the water because our goal is to have more stock than it is to have
That's true.
everything else. That's our goal. So I'm going to add up to our fill line, which that is roughly right around 8 cups of filtered water. And so now I'm going to plug the Instapot in so that it is at least starting. And you're going to hear it turn on.
Ah, so it's a good idea to just leave it unplugged until you fill it up?
Yes,
is that a good
because
idea?
I feel any appliance that can be kept unplugged is just better safety, kitchen safety.
Okay.
So then the Instapot will go like that, and then you hear that little noise. You turn it. It's now locked.
This was confusing to me when I looked at it before. Is that thing never is really tight? This little
No, it's
thing
always a
kinda
little
wobbles.
loose. It's like a little jiggler, but you move it over to where it's pressured, and then there's a natural release, or that you can release with your fingers, or not your fingers really, it'll burn it, but release it with a here, or you can let it naturally release. We will be naturally releasing.
I thought maybe it was supposed to be tight, but
No.
that's almost like a little jiggler.
Yeah, so this is for sealing, and then this little button pops up when it comes to pressure. And then after things cook, most people will just leave it natural release. That's part of a cooking process. Or
This direction?
this direction.
Okay.
You don't do anything, and then this will pop down, and then it allows you then to open it.
Okay.
If the recipe calls for you to release it yourself, I bring a spoon and I move it to here, and then it'll steam.
Because this
out.
thing will be hot.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Well, it's hot steam is what I worry about. Pressure cook, and you want to be on the high pressure, and then it says 5 minutes, but you want to add time. So adding our time here is, I'm sorry that I...
The plus and minus?
The plus, well, and you want to go to 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm going to get that up to 45. And there you go. All your spices were put in with your vegetables. Everything that you put in there to make it very flavorful is in the vegetables, and then the stock will come together to pressure, and we will have stock in about 45 minutes to be done and 30 minutes to let it natural release.
Well, as long as you have electricity, it just seems like this is really a better way to go than even a slow cooker because it's so fast.
I personally, I do one of those big roasters. I have 2 of them, and mine sits and simmers for 24 hours. But if you were in more of a pinch,
Okay.
or if, you could use your Instapot quickly.
Okay, the Instant Pot is making chicken stock, and I want to show you what the slow cooked chicken stock looks like right now. Come in for a closer look. Wow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is scoop out with this terrific strainer. I'm going to scoop this out down into here and discard all of the material, and then it's going to be strained 2 more times. Okay, so you want to get your chicken stock strained as well as you can, because the more bits that are left in the liquid increases the time in the pressure canner. So I'm going to get this all strained and I'll be right back. By the way, this is a 360 cookware slow cooker, and I just love the quality of the craftsmanship. And if you are interested in looking at their cookware, I will put this item on my Amazon storefront. I think they also have their own Amazon store, but I'll include that in case you want to support my channel. Okay, because I wanted my chicken stock to wind up back into the slow cooker, because when you're filming it takes a little time to set everything up, and we want to make sure that our stock is hot when it goes into the jars for the pressure canner. So we have the jars in the dishwasher. They are sterilized and hot. And now I am going to pour the chicken stock back into the pot for the slow cooker, and I am going to strain it with a clean tea towel. I have a large strainer here. I'm going to bring you in for a closer look. And I'm going to have Theresa pour this. Okay, so I've got this large sink strainer here, and I'm going to put the tea towel. This is a double layer. Should I do single?
Oh, double layer's perfect.
Okay. And then she is just going to pour the stock as it is in through the tea towel.
Look how rich the broth looks. And that's why you always roast your chicken, and that's why you go at least 24 hours.
Yeah, and then you've got your bits in there. Turn it this way. Yep, good. Good deal.
So we just let this strain through, and sometimes you can take a spoon to keep the bits from doing
You want a bigger
that.
spoon?
Nope, this is perfect. That's all I'm trying to do is get it to go into that tea towel and get all that delicious, delicious chicken stock. It smells so good too, doesn't it? And it's amazing to me how much little bits you get, you know? That
Well,
comes
some
off
of that is,
the spice,
yeah, the spices.
but the chicken loses a little bit of its, you know, chicken parts, and the bones degrade a little bit. And there you go. Get the last drop. Take your tea towel. Some people will squeeze this, but it's, since ours is a little colder, or cooler I should say.
Yeah, it's blasting hot. Be careful.
Yeah. And there you
Okay.
go.
And then you can see, if you lift that up, you can
Yeah.
see how nice and strained it looks.
Yeah, it's all clean now.
You can hear the pressure start to come up.
And our little thing just popped up.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
But it went back down?
No, it was down. It's down, and when it comes to pressure, that pops up. I could tell as soon as this started to vent, I knew that was coming up.
But is it coming up?
No, it is up. It was all the way
Oh,
down.
that is up.
Yeah, don't push on it because
I'm
it's
not.
yeah. I don't want you to get hurt.
Okay, so that is considered up.
Yes.
I see.
It's not like
That's why I
the
was
pressure
confused.
canner where it pops up and
Way
you see
high.
it. Yeah, it's way
okay.
higher.
Okay, so we have about an hour that we're waiting on for the Instant Pot. I have just put the chicken stock back onto the slow cooker burner just to keep it warm and hot for the pressure canning. And I am going to go through these discarded bits of chicken and see if there's something in here my cats might like. And then we're going to have a cup of tea and we'll be back. While we are waiting for the Instant Pot to cool down, pressure down, I'd like to mention that I am a new affiliate for 4 Jars canning lids, which we are using this series of canning videos. And if you would like to order 4 jars, be sure and get the affiliate link underneath the video for a 10% discount with the discount code Kaye, K-A-Y-E, 10.
Okay, we're back and we are now ready to check our Instapot. It has come down off of pressure, and see how our chicken stock is done.
Let's take a look. Ooh, it looks good.
It does look good. Oh, it smells delicious too.
Does it?
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
good.
I love fresh stock. It's always good.
Yes, that does smell good. All right, so now we're going to fish out all the material and
Yeah.
then strain it.
Yeah, we're going to do exactly what we do for stock in the slow cooker. We're just going to get out all the ingredients and have our nice stock ready to put into our jars.
Okay, we are all set up for canning. Exciting!
Yay!
The Presto has the correct amount of water in it. We are using quarts, smallmouth quarts today for chicken stock. And the lids are going in warm water. We're going to just bring that up to a boil. That's the recommendation of 4 jars. We have our chicken stock that's coming over, and she's going to hand me the warm jars from the dishwasher.
Yeah, because they're all sterile.
We're going to do assembly line.
We're going to do an assembly line, get it all together here.
All right. Wouldn't you hate to drop this?
Oh my.
Okay, we are set up, and I'm going to start filling up jars. We're just going to do a couple to show you. Now I see a little piece of something.
That's not going to be a problem.
No worries. Okay,
yeah,
good deal.
That's just seasoning.
All right.
We always worry about what we call the big bits.
We got the big bits.
Yes, we do. Look at
Boy, did we get a lot of big bits.
Yeah.
And the kitties enjoyed some of those big bits during our break.
Look how beautiful that cloth is. I mean, that's a good color.
I know. I'm going to bring the camera over here and let you do one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoops.
That's okay. That's why you have that nice big stainless steel funnel thing. And the reason when you're hot packing everything is hot is so you don't do any shocking of your jars, because
Be careful with
nobody,
your hand there.
yeah, because nobody wants to lose a jar to, you know, cracking, or putting a hot jar in cold water for cracking.
Where's our
We're going to do one headspace. I can get those from there, Kay, without that. It's not in the hot water.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and continue to do the next jar.
Okay.
And I'm just going to continue to ladle in this beautiful stock. Use this for, you know, soup bases. We can use it for making sauces. We can use it for making stews. It's just a nice thing to have in your prepping kitchen or your homesteading kitchen. And it's called liquid gold. And there we go. There will always be a bit of fat that forms on the top. That's pretty common. And so we're
Do we have the correct amount of headspace?
Yes, I mentioned that earlier, that we have to do it right up to the rib here, which is the 1-inch headspace. So I'm going to dip my clean rag, and I'm going to wipe the rims with the white vinegar. That just ensures that if I have any of the items spilled over, they get taken off. And I'm going to, oh, this smells so good, Kay. You did such a wonderful job on this with all your prepping.
It's hard to get it without spilling a drop, isn't it?
Well, that's the reason they make these funnels, because
wider
obviously, can you imagine trying to get the stock in? And of course, we're trying to be mindful of the camera to make sure that we can get this nicely for everybody.
Okay.
Okay, so then that is taken off, and our dip rag gets dipped in our vinegar, and then we take all that grease off our rim here. That's going to ensure us a really good seal, and with the forage jar we are getting definitely really good seals. And so now you're going to take your rings and you're going to finger tight. And the reason for finger tight, as we discussed before when we did the chicken, is so that your lid has the capacity of going up and down while it's sealing and pressure canning, or pressure. So now these are hot. So when you're lifting your jars, you want to make sure your grabber has the jar nice and taut or tight, and then you put it on something when you're carrying it, especially if you have to make a trip to your canner. And then you go ahead and set this in the canner. And this is definitely why you want hot water and hot jars and hot product in there. Okay.
You're not going to have 6.
I'm going to at least have a good 5. And if we wanted to do a pint, we could do a pint, but I don't think that we have enough for a pint. I think this one's going to be
Can throw it in our soup.
Yeah, I think we're going to get this one, and that's going to be our lucky last one. Now, when you run up to the point where you're at your very last part of your thing here, you can lift. If you can safety lift your hot thing, you can just pour straight in.
Right.
And in this case,
Wow.
boom. Canning
Perfect.
magic. I'll set that there. I will do the vinegar again. Get some fresh vinegar on here. Now, I know some people will say, well, you don't have to use vinegar. And that's true. If you did not have white vinegar, you could get a really hot rag and wipe your rim. The point of it is to try and get as much of what would be considered grease or might be considered debris or product on your jars. So we're gonna finger tight. Finger tight. I will use this.
And 5 quarts in the Presto is fine, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You don't need to add any extra jars or...
You can if you wish, but you would right now have to have hot water
Yeah,
in a hot jar.
right.
So you can easily, because you're going to have 5, which is a pretty good
Good.
resource for you.
Fantastic.
And like I said, you can add this to just doing chicken, soups. You can do it for doing any other things where you use a chicken type base or a roast beef base even. People sometimes
Gravy.
gravy. Oh yeah, yeah. So now that we have the jars in our warm water and our warm jars and our warm product in our canner, we will once again put on our lid, and you do that by matching up the arrows.
I think I showed the arrow last time. Let me just... Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
You can see.
And you can see how it's on there, and you push it like that.
So easy.
It is. I mean, it really is. Once you know the steps,
Yeah.
a Presto canner is very, very economical for the price point, and it does just as much as you can in an All-American. Do I love the All-American? Oh yeah, but
We're gonna do something in the All-American before you leave.
We're going to try. So then I'm going to turn my heat up, because now that we're at the point, I'm not going to turn it all the way up on high, because I want this all to gradually, I don't want to shock anything. I want it to gradually start to come up to pressure.
Okay.
So we're going to wait for this to vent for 10 minutes, and then we'll see you back here.